Well, good morning, everybody, and maybe good afternoon.
Yeah, it is still morning, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, it feels like it's almost afternoon. If you're on the East Coast, it'd be afternoon.
For some of us, it might still be last night.
Yeah. I saw a couple people that were hurting from last night for sure, yeah.
Welcome to Crandon. Great to say that, right, Ken? Ralph Shaheen, Ken Stout with you, and we are ready to kick off this incredible Labor Day weekend here at the 52nd running of Crandon, the Off-Road World Championships. And today is Lucas Oil Labor Day Parade Day, presented by Polaris, right here on Lake Street in the heart of Crandon, which, if you've never been here, is really Main Street, USA.
Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been here. I think I've only been to the parade once, but I haven't been to this event since 2007, so working on 14 years. But, man, it is great to be back, and the crowd just feels like it's 3-4 times bigger than it ever was before.
Well, this is it. This is the thing to do on Labor Day. You know, Ken, Labor Day weekend is arguably one of the two biggest racing weekends of the year in this country. Memorial Day, obviously, the other one. And there is so much big racing going on all over the country. But here in Wisconsin, it's all about Crandon. And if you're in short course off-road racing, no matter where you are in the country, this is where your attention is on this racing weekend.
There's no question. I mean, you have the Indianapolis 500, you have the Daytona 500, and for short course fans, for off-road fans in general, this is that event for them. It's the most prestigious off-road event in the world, no question about it. And if you're in this industry or you love this industry, you're the A, you want to race here, or B, you want to be here. So yeah, this is the big one.
And if you've never been, if you're just listening in from anywhere in the country and you've never been to Crandon, Wisconsin, we are, for example, I flew into Green Bay and drove 2 hours north out of Green Bay to get up here. There's some beautiful backcountry around lots of little lakes and through the forest and all that. And you come here and it's a town of population 1,900. And just outside of downtown, literally a minute from where we are standing or sitting right here on Main Street, is where you find Crandon International Raceway. And it is, if you're in off-road, it is a little slice of heaven here on earth.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. You were talking about that. I was doing a little bit of research as well, and it was back in 1887 when Frank Crandon, who was a tax commissioner for Chicago, came up here and lobbied to create this town. Consequently, they ended up naming it Crandon after Frank Crandon, and then I think it was in the early 1900s it finally became a city. But they actually had more population back then. It was based on timber and lumber, and the population as that industry was exploding had grown here as well. And since then, it's come back below 2,000. As you said, I think 2010 consensus had them about a little over 1,900 people. But boy, whenever you come here this weekend, it will explode. It'll be well more than 2,000.
There's a lot more than that here, and they're all out at the racetrack. There's basically, this is not a place where you're going to find a Hyatt Regency or a Westin or a Four Seasons. There's the little Crandon Inn, which is where I'm staying, or you can do like you're doing and stay out at the racetrack, which is very popular with so many people.
Yeah, the campgrounds that are out there, Jurassic Park, I mean, it's just...
And explain that, because we all know Jurassic Park from the movies, but if you know Jurassic Park as Crandon, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah, when I was here before 2005, 6, 7, there was a slip and slide back there that was, a football field long, and rumor has it the slip and slide is still here.
Nice.
It's still in operation, so
Nice.
They're having some fun out there. That should explain a lot. But yeah, I mean, it's packed out there. As you mentioned before, on this Labor Day weekend, people start piling in on a Thursday, and they will be packed back there until Monday. Everybody loving the racing, of course, but it is just a full-on party weekend. And we're talking about numbers of upwards of 50,000 people here. It's a big deal, man.
If it is, for sure. And there's so many things that, and you and I have been very fortunate to experience racing at the biggest levels and the smallest levels all across this country, coast to coast, border to border. And every single one of those events has its own culture, if you will, its own vibe. And Crandon definitely has that. And you have to come here and experience it. And this parade here today, the Lucas Oil Labor Day Parade for the 52nd running of Crandon, is a huge part of that. Because like we said, there's only 1,900 people in the town. Nobody's working today. They're all, hi dear, they're all walking down the street waving at us here at our Lucas Oil booth and just hanging out, having a great time. And the parade literally is going to come down the street here in a little bit and make their way back out to the racetrack. And then the activity at the track will really crank up.
And for the fans that are home listening in, by the way, this is live streaming at CrandonOffroad.com. Make sure you check it out there. Tell your friends about it. But for those of you that are watching, or maybe you can't see, you should know that this road is lined, either side of it, with race trucks and vehicles for as far as the eye can see, including side streets. I mean, hundreds of race vehicles out here lining the street.
Manufacturer displays, sponsor displays, stickers being handed out, posters. You can get autograph cards from your favorite driver. All the drivers are out here talking to the fans. Lots of things that are given away. Candy, of course, that's a big part of it, especially when the parade gets going. Hopefully some guys will have some good arms that they can throw candy all the way up onto the booth here, because it is getting around lunchtime. So, you and I are probably going to need a little something a little later.
We got water so far. I'm pretty tickled with that.
Yeah. So we're going to have a bunch of those starred names visiting us here, hanging out. In fact, I think we got one coming up soon. Keegan Kincaid is making his way up here to join us here in the booth, and we'll have an opportunity to talk to Keegan, who's one of the stars competing with the Lucas Oil logos blasted all over his trucks as he crawls in. There he comes.
Yeah, and that sponsorship new for him here in 2021. Congratulations to that as he gets the headset on. For those of you who aren't familiar with the Kincaid name, of course the people in this area will be, but those watching and listening at home, it's as legendary as Crandon is itself. Your family has been racing here for many, many years.
Yeah, I think 30 plus years, with my dad, and this is my hometown. So this is, I don't think I've ever missed Labor Day weekend at Crandon. So, and I don't think I ever will, So I got kids coming up, and I think hopefully we can continue that relationship. But again, Lucas Oil Parade, the fans, the family, the friends, all to be here in my hometown is really cool.
What's really cool for you as a driver is the fact the truck looks great, but it is plastered with big logos, as is your team shirt here. So things are obviously going well. The program is solid, and you're ready to go for a win here this weekend.
Yeah, Lucas Oil came on board this year with my program, and definitely brought it to another level that I haven't been to in a long time. And we were able to get the Pro 4 ready for Fall Crandon, and we're going to give it a shot. We're going to go Pro 2, Pro 4 racing. Not sure what I'm going to race for, Cup race yet, but just getting used to it. I haven't been in a Pro 4 since 2017, and so it's just getting used to it. We qualified 5th, which I'm happy with, to start, and we're going to learn. And, Vision Wheel's been with me, Cooper Tire, but having Lucas Oil come on board and be a part of not just my program, but Crandon is iconic.
Yeah, it's a big deal for sure. You certainly served them well right off the bat. 3 consecutive wins to kick the season off with. Things couldn't have gone any better, and you're still in the hunt. I know you probably need a little bit of help, but you come in here 3rd in the points, and you've been tough all year. You're good at this place. I mean, how cool is it to come here? I think you have 3 wins in Pro 2s, I think, of all things, against those Pro 4 guys, but Pro Light champ, Pro 2 champ, and some good success here at Crandon. It has to be awesome to win at your home track.
Yeah, I think this is the most memorable wins that have come at Crandon. And, we won 3 Cup races here, and hopefully we can do it again. They've all been in the Pro 2, so it's hard to leave the Pro 2 and hop in a Pro 4 for the Cup race. But I'm excited. Hopefully we can get number 4 here. It's been a little while since 2016. But there's a lot of hungry guys, and this is the most racers that Crandon has ever brought.
We were talking about that before. I mean, you take a look at the Pro 2 field. Was there some 27 trucks, I think?
It's stacked.
17 or 18 Pro 4s. Now, some of those guys are playing double duty, but it's certainly within reason to think there's going to be the better part of 40 trucks on that track at one time in the Cup race.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough race. The track will deteriorate even faster than than before. Wouldn't have all the trucks on the track. So it's going to be a key factor. Rain plays into it too. Pro 4, Pro 2. But it's nice having both options. Not many people have that, and I'm able to do that and see where we qualify, see where we put throughout the weekend, and hopefully we can add a couple wins.
What do you have to do as a racer to be good here at Crandon? In other words, out on the track, to get the win, to get to the checkered flag, what do you have to be good at?
Yeah, I think it's for how wide Crandon is, it's about being consistent and hitting your marks. It's a fastest track that we probably race on, different for the West Coast guys that are coming here. But it's all about hitting marks and hitting breaking points and being consistent. Hole shot's the biggest thing. If you can get a hole shot and get out and run away, especially in that cup race, and just put down solid, fast laps. And it's hard to pass. It is, especially when it develops a good cushion and everybody's racing hard, and hopefully we can get that hole shot. I've been really lucky and fortunate to have good equipment that has given me a couple of great hole shots, and we move from there.
Okay, so with that, without giving away any of your trade secrets, turn one here is what everybody talks about. If you get that hole shot and you're headed to one and you got half a truck length on the rest of the field, what are you thinking about? What are you trying to do as you set yourself up for one to then know that, okay, if I can do this here, I'm in really good shape from there?
Yeah, I've always, during the hole shot, it's always about that outside guy to me. If I can get a jump on that outside guy, I have more track to work with. And so that's one of the important things is getting that initial jump. And when you get that jump is basically, I'm not letting off. I'm not going to give you that spot back. And ultimately, it comes down to who has the biggest balls going into turn one, honestly. And we've been fortunate. Knock on wood, I haven't had any bad wrecks there. Johnny's had some bad wrecks, and
we've seen that.
Been fortunate enough to come away unscathed. But you never know, and that's the risk you take going into turn one and not lifting, and hopefully you get that hole shot and just don't look back.
Yeah.
Always billed as the most exciting turn in motorsports,
For sure.
And that is always the question. I mean, do you guys go in there flat? Do you breathe it a little bit? But if you're really going for it, I get goosebumps thinking about it, dude. I mean, but to sail through there, flat on the mat is, and so let me ask you this. If you start off on, quote, the pole, I guess, all the way to the inside, your spotter telling you you've got some room to the left immediately to open up the entry to that turn?
Yeah, so especially if you're number one, you're starting, you hopefully get that jump, and you can move left and create that space so you can carry momentum through turn one.
If you have to stay in the lane, let's just say it's you and Jarrett Brooks and you're side by side, and you have to stay in the lane, can you still get through there flat?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's one thing that's unpredictable about Crandon is you don't get to see that track for the first lap. You're relying all on spotter. So how much they watered in turn one and how much the track looks, how much prep they did, that's all factors into it. But it's all off of verbal from your spotter telling you, hey, it's wet on the inside, wet on the outside, dry here. So you're trying to pick that spot where your spotter told you, okay, you have a lot of traction. And fortunate enough, I got my dad in my ear to help me guide me through that and find the spot. If he says, hey, right next to the wall's dry, we'll stick it right next to the wall. So. And
for the fans at home, Dad is a 7-time Pro Light champion, 54+ wins. And he's talking about it. 20 years, I think, he ran a Pro Light and sponsorship from Toyota. So, I mean, that's a great set of eyes.
Yeah, Toyota, Forest County, Potawatomi, that's part of, Crandon. And, fortunate to have him on my side. He's built both of my trucks, and good team is always important in short course. So.
Can turn one give you sleepless nights? Can it make you wake up and sweat?
Yeah, I think, it's hard to confess this, but when you're on the line, you second guess what are you doing, for a living again, sitting there. And but when that green flag flies, it all kind of goes out the door and you focus and put it down. But I still get nerves to this day, especially on the start line, sitting there, engines revving. It's
exhilarating,
nerve-wracking. I've never experienced more adrenaline rush than turn one.
Oh, I can imagine. We might have some folks here today. Of course, a lot of the people listening in are real enthusiasts of the sport, but we probably have some folks visiting here today from out of town that are maybe experiencing Crandon for the first time. You have your 2 trucks parked right in front of our stage here, the Pro 2 and the Pro 4. Give us a real quick just differentiation between the two, so as people walk by, they look similar, but they're not.
Yeah, so the bodies are basically similar, full-size vehicles. Pro 2, 2-wheel drive, 18 inches of wheel travel in the front, 20 inches in the rear, 750 horsepower, spec engine, spec frame rails, more of a spec class that we still have to, you still have limits you can run on. Turbo 400 transmissions required in this class, 3 speeds. Then we go to the Pro 4, which is essentially the unlimited class of off-road racing. And they got 18 inches of wheel travel in the front, 20 in the rear, all-wheel drive. Some people are running sequential transmissions. This one has a Turbo 400 in it still. Basically open up. The chassis are open to do whatever you want. A-arms are open to do whatever you want. And they're the biggest, baddest ass class
and
you can get
and the
to.
horsepower in the Pro 4 compared to the 2?
Horsepower in the Pro 4 is around 900 to 950 horse. So you're about 200 horse different. So that's why you get that time split in the big cup race is they're a little bit slower, but all in all, different, completely different to drive. You know, a lot of finesse in the Pro 2. Pro 4 is an all-out, throwing it on the gas. Crazy.
Yeah.
And you can go anywhere you want, you know, with a Pro 4. You can go low, you can go high. Wherever the other guy's not going is where you can go there.
Yeah, you essentially stick the Pro 4 wherever you want. Hard to mess up in a Pro 4, honestly. You know, you can't honestly over-rotate the Pro 4. You can get back on the gas and point it where you want to go. And
you know, when you were racing against the Pro 2s, if you're in a Pro 4, you know exactly what line that Pro 2 guy has to run.
Yeah, and that's where we're, you know, running on that cushion. The Pro 2s you'll see follow the same line essentially throughout the racetrack, where the Pro 4s will go low, go high, off the cushion, you know, to the bottom. And so you'll get good racing in both.
Really cool.
Well, Keegan, thank you for coming up and being our first guest here. We really appreciate it. Best of luck to you this weekend. If you had to pick right now, 4 or 2 for the Cup race, which way are you going?
I think right now it's hard to go away from the 2, especially when I've been racing it all year, been comfortable, but who knows? The Pro 4's been fast, and it's only going to get faster throughout the weekend, and we'll see what happens.
All right, Keegan Kincaid, everybody.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming up, Keegan. Man, it's a lot to think about, isn't it, Ken, as far as the Cup race come Sunday?
And carnage plays a big role, too.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have a tough race in one or the other, then, you know, you try to make repairs, you know, because they happen in the same day.
Right.
And you race in the morning and then come back and race that Cup race later in the day. So whichever truck's in better shape might also help you make that decision.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. For sure.
MAV TV Plus is the premier motorsports streaming channel dedicated exclusively to motorsports fans all over the world, featuring the most entertaining racing across the country. Watch any of our live or archived events anytime, anywhere on the most popular streaming devices. MAV TV Plus, unlimited, exclusive, on demand, live. Find out more at mavtvplus.com.
Do you feel like getting away? Make your escape to Potawatomi Carter Casino and Hotel. We are keeping Carter safe and will make you feel at home, like part of the family. We have the latest in casino gaming with a variety of slots, table games, and bingo. There is something for everyone. Treat yourself to a stay in our hotel and enjoy delicious options at the Flames Restaurant. Relax, unwind, and escape to Potawatomi Carter Casino and Hotel on Highway 32 in Carter, Wisconsin.
Champion Power Equipment provides the power that makes your life easier for home, work, or play. Portable generators and inverters, home standby generators, winches, log splitters, water pumps, pressure washers, and other outdoor power equipment. Whether you need a reliable source of power, an extra hand, something to get you out of a jam in a moment's notice, or just the right tool to get the job done, the Champion Power Equipment family of products provide power, dependability, and peace of mind.
MAV TV Plus is the premier motorsports streaming channel dedicated exclusively to motorsports fans all over the world, featuring the most entertaining racing across the country. Watch any of our live or archived events anytime, anywhere on the most popular streaming devices. MAV TV Plus, unlimited, exclusive, on demand, live. Find out more at mavtvplus.com.
Discovery is the heart of adventure. It's the drive to push further, explore, and experience more. Introducing the new General X Peak Trailhead Edition. Engineered to get you out further and faster than ever before. Loaded with technology to elevate your adventure every step of the way. And plenty of space to carry exactly what you need. Run down your next adventure with the General XP Trailhead Edition.
Are you tired of searching all over the internet for that perfect set of wheels for your ride? Then download the all-new Vision It app from Vision Wheels. The all-new Vision It augmented reality app lets you preview hundreds of Vision wheels on your vehicle in a matter of seconds. Just download the app, select your wheel of choice, and share photos of your vehicle via social media or email. It's the Vision It app, new from Vision Wheel.
MAV TV Plus is the premier motorsports streaming channel dedicated exclusively to motorsports fans all over the world, featuring the most entertaining racing across the country. Watch any of our live or archived events anytime, anywhere on the most popular streaming devices. MAV TV Plus, unlimited, exclusive, on demand, live. Find out more at mavtvplus.com.
Welcome back, everybody. My name is Tiffany Stone, alongside Ryan Beat over here. Ryan, this is your 5th Labor Day Parade. Walk us through how you're feeling so far.
Man, this is my favorite time of year. This is truly, Crandon is like, a grown-up's Disneyland for us racers, so really enjoy being here. As you can see, the fans are unlike any other, so just excited to be here, like seeing everybody, and excited to get this weekend going.
Well, Ryan, you are a true pioneer in the Pro Spec class. You're out there right now. How are you feeling about it, and what do you think the future is going to be like?
I truly think that the Pro Spec class is the future of Pro Light. This class is much more affordable than what the current Pro Light situation is. It's got a great package, and as you guys can see, they're still very fast. And really excited to get out this weekend and showcase really what this truck can do. It's the first weekend that I'm going to be able to get out there and go race. So, yeah, excited about it.
Going into the big weekend, obviously everybody talks about the Sunday race. We have the World Championship Cup, and then we also have the Red Bull Cup. I've been asking all the Pro 2 and Pro 4 drivers, what is more important, becoming a world champion or having that Red Bull Cup and your name, of course, on that?
I'm going to go with, just because I'm selfish, is you want to win both, and that's my goal. I come this weekend and I want to win everything, the money, bragging rights, everything. So it's really important to go out and do your best. I've won a world championship in the Pro Light class in the past. It's time to do it in the Pro 2.
And talking about the Pro 2, Pro 4 race coming up on Sunday, obviously the Pro 2s are out there first, and then you have a bunch of the Pro 4s hunting you down. We've got a stacked field of Pro 2 and Pro 4 drivers. I mean, Keegan Kincaid, we've already heard, he's got a Pro 2, Pro 4, and it's going to come down to a race time decision on what he's going to drive. I've also got a chance to talk to some of the other drivers, and they say it is a Pro 2 year to win that. And how do you feel about possibly a Pro 4 winning? Or, I'm sorry, a Pro 2.
Yeah, I think it's time for a Pro 2 to win this. We've seen Pro 4s win it the past couple years, but this year the Pro 2 field has stepped up. We got a ton of speed, and those guys are going to have to work really hard to catch us. Chevrolet's got me powered up and ready to go for this weekend, so really excited to go out there and put this thing up top.
Well, we've seen it before, especially in the last few years. RJ Anderson, he's come out of the West Coast, and he's taken the title. He's looking for a 3rd win this year. Talking about that, is RJ going to be the biggest competition? Are you your biggest competition, or are you just going to go out there and drive?
Who's that you're talking about?
Well, I know he's going to be able to hear this, but yes, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, really excited to get out there and battle. I think, honestly, looking at this race, you're your own worst enemy. So if you're racing thinking that those guys are going to catch you, they're going to catch you. But if you go out and focus going forward and don't get in any battles where it slows you guys up, Pro 2's got a good chance of this.
And talking about that, we've also seen that without the many laps, it's kind of like a race that is broken down into threes. The first, the Pro 2s go out there, you're just kind of knocking off a Pro 2 here, a Pro 2 there, you're just making your way to the front of the pack. Then the middle, obviously, the Pro 4s are hunting you guys down. And then going into the last few laps, if a Pro 2 can make it with, a few laps left and there's a Pro 4 right behind you, you do have a good chance of winning. How do you keep your head in the game?
Clean out their front end. No, it's you just got to get the elbows up and get ready for it. It's going to be a battle. It's a fight. You're racing for $30 or $40 or even $50,000. So it's go time. So you try to make sure that you're up to speed and you take care of the truck and try to bring it to the finish. But those last couple of laps always get rowdy, and that's what makes for the best TV and is great for the fans. That's what we like to do. We like to put on a good entertainment and put on a good show for everybody. So looking forward to getting those fenders.
Well, one last thing talking about this. Obviously, you're, like I said, a pioneer for the Pro Spec class. You're in the Pro 2. You've been driving for a while. What's a piece of advice that you'd give somebody if they were here today and were like, I want to be where Ryan Beat is in that Pro Spec class? What's some advice you'd give them?
Yeah, the Pro Spec class is definitely the future of Pro Light, like I said. Go find a truck. The inch-and-a-half trucks are everywhere, and there are a dime a dozen right now. So go find a truck, do some work, put some work into it, and for very minimal cost, you can be out there racing a Pro class in a Pro truck.
Awesome. Well, Ryan, thank you so much. Best of luck to you. I know you're really looking forward to that. Like Ryan was saying, he's kind of being selfish. He wants to be a world champ and have that Red Bull Cup as well. Back up to you guys.
And there we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, now we're back on.
Oh.
Welcome back to Crandon. Ralph Shaheen, Ken Stout with you. And Ken, we have two very special guests here with us now.
Absolutely. Tom and Ruth Schwartzberg have joined us here. And I can say Tom's age, 78.
Yes, you can say our age. We're not sensitive about age at all.
Well, no, I'm not going to say Ruth's age, but
There you go. Yes, I'm 78, going to be 79 this year.
And Tom is racing this weekend and Super Buggy. You're still getting it done.
Yes, I am, with the help of a lot of friends.
That's so cool.
And a wonderful wife.
And Tom, you were saying when you first sat down, this is a 52nd year for Crandon, and you've been every one as a driver.
Yes, very. 1 year I had to miss, but Ruth and I started our racing career here in 1970, and Ruth can tell you it was going to be a trail ride, right?
I thought it was going to be trail ride for one weekend.
One weekend trail
One
ride.
weekend.
1 weekend trail ride. That's what we started out to
Yeah,
do.
52 years later, you're still doing it,
I'm
Ruth.
still doing it, right.
Yeah.
Trail ride last night.
That's a long, long trail ride.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
been a wonderful
what is
trail.
it about this that has engaged with you emotionally as a couple that has made this something that has not just become a part of your life, but in a lot of ways is your life, I can assume?
Yes, it has been. Yes, but you start out with nothing in mind except, like Ruth said, a trail ride, and the people you meet along the road. Every weekend, you want to come back. You want to participate. You want to be a part of this group of people. That's never changed for 52 years. These people right out here that we've known, and you need help on and off the track. You establish those relationships, and the people of Crandon and the whole part of this, it's been where it started. It just keeps going, and you just flow with it, and you don't even think about it. And of course, Ruth has always supported me. I don't come to races alone. She's never said, Tom, I'm not going to this one, you go. No, she's there for everyone. And when she started racing, when they had women's races back in the day, that really cemented, she's more excited about the racing than I was. So it's been a great, great journey, Ralph.
Yeah, it's that extended family that you develop, right? That's what you're talking about, and and that's exactly what happens. I mean, they become way more than just race competitors, but it comes out here and they become your extended family and your life of friends.
Right.
Yes, it really does, and that's what really cements the whole thing. Really keeps it all together, and really very, very special.
So where does the fire come from to remain in a car? I mean, you're still hungry to go out and compete.
Again, I've always enjoyed driving the car, as Ruth has driven, and all these people out here that have driven. You never lose that excitement, and if you keep it at the level of your age and your equipment, and I've had people help me along the way where I'm going to stop racing, I'm going to quit. Someone will say, "Well, I'll fix this I'll help you now." So you keep going on. If you still get a thrill every time the green flag drops, and you get to make that car do what it's supposed to do, whether it's you do sprint car racing or that type of thing, whatever kind of racing, you just enjoy it, and there's still a thrill tonight to get in that car, and I know my level of where I'm supposed to be and what I'm supposed to do, and I respect all my competitors, and they respect me, and that's the big part of it is that respect part.
That sense of accomplishment at the end of the race is like no other.
As you said it, Ken. You cannot duplicate it. Just like the people that help you out, when you finish, wherever you finished and you have that feeling, and on the way home, it's just great when you're driving home after a race.
So Ruth, here you are now, 50 some odd years in with this guy over here on this long trail ride. What's been the best part for you?
Well, again, the people, and it's unique to be out there. I raced too, and it was fun. But when I think of the generations Tom has raced with, like the Probst family, it was the father, the son, and the grandson. And so it has been unique to see families grow. And so we have been there to see from babies to adults, and it's been a wonderful time. And again, the help that we've received and the people we've met and the different places we've traveled just because of racing. So it's been a good time.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So when it comes down to it, every husband and wife has that. I was just joking about this with my wife the other day, which one's the better driver and all that. So, let's be honest, Ruth, it's really you, isn't it?
No, it really isn't.
You have to ask me that question, Ralph.
All right, Tom, so who's the better driver?
Well, I don't know about better, but the enthusiasm that Ruth has for not only her driving, but for my driving. And that's the driving force. It wasn't who won the most races or who's the most competitive. We would share the car. We would share the helmet when we were racing. But her enthusiasm, we got a race coming up. We're going. It was never, so it's her enthusiasm. Who's the better driver? She's more excited about it, more emotional about it than I am. I'm going to stay right here and keep my equipment together, and I want to finish and go home. So.
And I would tell them to go a little faster.
Yeah, she'd be there.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. Well, back in the day, in the 70s when we started, she was my co-driver in the two-seat class, and always right there, and always, not actually pushing on the throttle, but going for it.
Motivator.
So, yeah, and she's still doing it today.
That's great.
Still today. That's great.
But this race that many years ago, it was about an hour loop to get around at least.
Oh, wow.
So when you were a spectator, you were just waiting for that car to come in. And then the first year, there was a train that they had to wait for. So, when you look at today and you look at how it started, it's amazing.
Can you imagine that? I would have won the race, but the train was going by.
And they didn't compensate in the timing and scoring for the train.
That was a slow lap.
Listen, Ken, you used a lot of other excuses over the years. Might as well use that one.
That's a unique one there. I want to use that one.
Have you ever experienced a train at Crandon, right? That's
well,
a
Tom
good
and Ruth, man, we can't thank you enough for swinging up here and saying hello. It's great to see you again. It's
great surprise.
It's like quite a reunion here for me to be back and then see you guys. The relationships that I started, with the industry back in 2002 to now. So it's great to see people like you still out here having so much fun and so much enthusiasm.
Well, thank you for this opportunity. It's been great.
Awesome.
Great seeing you. Great seeing it. Nice seeing you, Tom. Ruth, it's a pleasure. Have a great weekend. And it's really awesome to see the commitment here to each other and to the racing. It's really something.
Good stuff.
And thanks to all those people out there.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of all those people out there, I think I see Cliff Flannery standing out there.
Yeah, he's out there.
Yeah, stirring up a little bit of trouble already. He's already having a meeting. I saw Frank D'Angelo a little bit earlier, Kyle the Duke
I saw Frank
as
walking
well.
by.
So, yeah, we just heard from Ryan Beat. And, yeah, the legends are cruising around here. Get an autograph, get a picture.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You bet. Thank you. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll get it, bud.
So the day is going to continue on here, not just here at the parade, but then out at the racetrack. There's a lot of stuff happening all weekend long. And, you know, the thing about Crandon is there's the parties after. There's the Paulsons. Look at that. Well, now all the big shots are here. Yeah, all the big shots are here. Chris Paulson in the house with his wife. Yeah, you know, so this continues not just here, but then out at the racetrack. And then there's so many places up and down the street and legendary little watering holes around here where the bench racing continues, Ken, long into the night.
Oh, yes. Until the sun comes back up in some cases.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Hey, Dallas Nord out there as well, one of the pilots that competes inside of the Pro Stock side-by-side series, doing a great job. Qualified fourth yesterday, correct? And has really been in the thick of the battle there a couple of races here, a little bit earlier in the year, runs out on the West Coast. Great to have him with us, making the trek back here.
Well, we're going to step away for a second, take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
When the power goes out, life gets put on hold. Hurricanes, thunderstorms, and wildfires affect millions of people with power outages every year. So when storm season comes, you can have peace of mind with a Champion Power Equipment home standby generator. It connects directly to your home, and when the power goes out, the generator automatically turns on and provides backup power 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. With an industry-leading 10-year warranty and limited quantities available, there's never been a better time to make sure your home and your family are safe and secure. Request a free in-home consultation at installchampion.com.
MAV TV Select. If it has an engine, it's on MAV TV. See the future stars of NASCAR, the ARCA Menards Racing Series, the excitement of the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series, the extreme terrains of Grand National Cross Country. Watch it all on the only network dedicated to motorsports, on MAV TV Select.
Are you tired of searching all over the internet for that perfect set of wheels for your ride? You want to see an instant preview of hundreds of wheels right from your driveway? Then download the all-new Vision It app from Vision Wheels. The all-new Vision It augmented reality app lets you preview hundreds of Vision wheels on your vehicle in a matter of seconds. It's the ultimate visualizer for your custom ride. Avoid the hassle of in-person haggling and hours of waiting around to test fit your new wheels. It takes less than a minute to download the app and set it up, and you'll have access to hundreds of Vision's industry-leading wheels. Vision Wheel manufactures the toughest and most durable car and truck wheels on the market, and we offer a complete line of high-end luxury wheels for the ultimate finish for your sports car. Check them out right from the comfort of your home. It's easy. Just download the app, hold your smartphone or tablet up to your vehicle, select your wheel of choice, and share photos of your vehicle via social media or email. There's even a dealer locator built right into the app. The Vision It app works on iOS and Android and covers our luxury, street, and off-road lines, all at the touch of a button. Visit the Apple App Store or Google Play Store and download the Vision It app today. It's the Vision It app, new from Vision Wheel.
There is less than 1/100th of an inch of motor oil protecting your car's engine. Friction and heat causes engine oil to experience thermal breakdown, weakening its ability to protect the engine and its parts. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer is specially formulated to resist thermal breakdown, protect vital engine parts, and extend the life of your engine. It also stops smoking, knocking, and oil consumption in worn engines. Lucas Heavy Duty Oil Stabilizer. Keep that engine alive.
Welcome back to Crandon. Ralph Shaheen, Ken Stout with you. We got a couple of guests sliding into the booth, and while we wait to get everybody wired up here, let's take you to yesterday's poker run.
So going out, raise some money, have some fun. Crandon native out here. You got to stay in line though.
Yeah, we're a little more tame. It's a great cause for charity, and just excited to be a part of it. You know, beautiful weather, so we won't miss it. You know, Lucas Oil been a huge supporter this year, and we're looking forward to this.
On the Polaris ride, and I'm running third overall, so we'll see how the weekend goes.
All right, this has been absolutely amazing, making a stop here at Jars, get a little freshen up, clean up station. Keegan, come over here, man. You're the native. So what's it like, man, rolling out through these hills of Crandon?
You know, this is every day for me.
Over the first annual Lucas Oil charity ride and poker run. You know, a big thank you to everybody. I want to thank you all for joining us for what will be an annual event for the Lucas Oil charity UTV ride and poker run.
So
hey, we got direction here.
It's like herding cats.
Yeah, herding cats it is, and we're back herding cats here live from Crandon as we get going once again. And Ken, the legends are everywhere here up and down Lake Street as we enjoy this Labor Day parade brought to you by Lucas and our friends at Polaris, and a couple more legends have joined us here on the stage.
Absolutely. Cliff Flannery sits alongside Kurt LeDuc. I mean, in terms of legends and Hall of Famers, they don't come any bigger than these two guys here. Great to have a couple of you spend some time with us. Kurt, you know what it's like to win one of these cup races at this prestigious event, and this guy here sitting beside you has been a big part of making all this happen.
Absolutely. I mean, nobody works the dirt like Cliff. Like, he knows every grain of dirt. He's become friends with it. He talks to it while he's out there on his tractor, and then we just come and try to throw it all over the fence. So, you know, it's cool. I mean, to see so many new people come to Crandon, 408 cars here racing, I think is a record for Crandon. And just to be a part of it, I'm coming out to support Kyle, of course, and Todd's here racing a UTV, and my grandsons are here. So third generation LeDuc's here at Crandon. Pretty exciting. Skyjacker's back on board with Reed. And I watched his live feed all year I'd like, Reedy, we need to work on your speech. That's really about it, because he can drive the race car. So thanks for everybody from Crandon for coming out and having us, and Cliff building this mega track into what it is.
Cliff, it's a bit of a evolution here this year since the last time we were here. There's a lot of new going on here at Crandon, and there's a lot more in the future coming, isn't there?
Yeah, you know, Marty Froka come in and stepped in here, you guys, and kind of being our promoter in that. And Marty's from out west and knew a lot of people, and Marty really, really worked hard to bring us along, you know, jumpstart us here on this thing here and what we got going today. And like I said, there's, going back with, like Kurt says, me and him's in the Hall of Fame, but there's 6 of us here today. It's an Off-Road Hall of Fame, and it's pretty new with Frank D'Angelo and Marty, and then Barbara and
Bill Savage.
Bill Savage is here. So there's 6 Hall of Famers here, plus all the drivers we got. I mean, it's something I was telling him, you know, to see these little kid carts, to see what they got in them. Them guy, I said, Kurt, I don't think we had that much in them race trouble 10 years, 20 years ago. You know what I mean? And it's all cute. I mean, it's something, like I said, I've been president for like 47 years. And I used to, in my lifetime, you didn't want to make a lot of changes. But today, you got to make changes. You got to listen to the younger people. You got to make changes. That's all there is to it. And I've kept the track pretty much like it has been. You know, Walker Evans said it the best. He said, if you can win at Crandon, all the rest are easy in short course. And Walker was a big fan of ours. And Kurt, like I said, you know, there's heroes and then there's legends. Heroes are soon forgotten, but a legend like Kurt, you don't never. And Walker, they're in your mind forever, you know. So I've had really, really a lot of fun in life, meeting people, you know, especially the West Coast people. Once they come here, they want to buy a piece of our land, but I said, no, there's no trespassing signs here after Labor Day. You know, they get a kick out of it, I get a kick out of them, but it's all good. I mean, you know, to put this together, to have Main Street, you know, a town of 1,500, and all of a sudden you're seeing 10, 15,000 people down through your town. And all the money it brings in, obvious. Hey, and you guys, I mean, some of the best announcers in the world. So it makes a little town like us feel really, really good to have this quality of drivers and everybody that comes along as sponsors. I mean, we got some great, great sponsors. And I've been all over out west and everything, you know. But I think we treat them here as good as they can get, and I think they really enjoy it.
Like Frank Sinatra said, I did it my way. I think that's a good description of you and your family. You guys have really stood the test of time, and you've been pressured from side to side. A lot of sanctioning bodies that come in and they want to do things differently or their own way, but you have always stood fast on keeping your event the way it is.
Oh, I do. I said, you know, when you first started, Lake Geneva was going before we were going, and they were called like number one, you know, and anytime you can look at that vehicle, Kurt Kent or somebody, you can go what you can think you should do to make it better. And that's what I did for a while. When I went to some of these racetracks and seen, and then my brother Jack, when we got this piece of land we're at right now, in 1984 we bought that piece of land. In 85 he went out there and we built that track, and all I've been doing since is just fine tuning, changing some stuff. But yeah, it's been good, you know. And like I said, I got my ways, but I've learned now you got to change a little bit. But I was hardcore for a long time, and I wouldn't give in. I don't care, you know. And that's my wife said it the best. There's a guy a while back said, "Hey," he said, "Kathy, does he holler at you as much as he does me?" No, she said, "No." He said, "Just do what he says, and you'll be all right, Joe."
Kurt, we're talking a little bit about how the track has morphed and changed over time. How about the sport? As you mentioned, 3 generations of your family now racing out here. How different is it for the youngsters as it was when the sport got started, and do you see the future of the sport stronger than ever?
Well, I feel like it's very strong. I can't imagine where Kyle and Todd would be if they had karts at their age. They were racing bicycles, and you know, the future looks really bright for the sport. And we set an example. We're blue collar. Like, you can make a living at it, and you can make good friends and good family connections here. And you know, when we come back from break, we'll pick up where we dropped off.
True professional right there.
I guess we just went to break then. We'll be back.
Someone right here in northern Wisconsin that's committed to making quality healthcare the standard of the community. For the past 15 years, they've invested in building state-of-the-art facilities that have helped keep families healthier by providing services like radiology, dentistry, optical, diabetes treatment, maternal health, and behavioral health services. So who cares so much about the health of the community? Potawatomi, keeper of the fire, builders of the future.
It's a nice truck.
Yeah, it's a Chevy Silverado. Check out this multi-flex tailgate.
Multi-flex, huh? Wow.
Comes a step.
Mom, Dad's flexing again.
That's not all. You can extend the bed for longer stuff.
Is he still?
Still flexing.
That's right. And it becomes a workspace. You can put your laptop here. I'm sending an imaginary email.
Hey, Dad, dinner!
Hey, look who stopped by Daddy's office.
Wait, you work here?
The Chevy Silverado with the available multi-flex tailgate. Find new flexibility, find new roads. Chevrolet.
MAV TV, Motorsports Network. With our unparalleled lineup of live and exclusive motorsports events, no other network delivers as many programming hours to motorsports fans. MAV TV's award-winning lineup of automotive build shows feature the best in custom car building and new product showcases. Watch it all on the only network dedicated to motorsports. MAV TV, Motorsports Network.
There's nothing wrong with looking good. But when riding is your passion, it's performance that matters. Like having the off-road's most advanced suspension. It monitors input from driver and machine 200 times every second and automatically adjusts each shock to flatten corners, soak up the bumps, and handle the hazards. Confidence and control for those who live to ride. Polaris, think outside.
Are you tired of searching all over the internet for that perfect set of wheels? The all-new Vision It augmented reality app lets you preview hundreds of Vision wheels on your vehicle in a matter of seconds. It's the Vision It app, new from Vision Wheel.
One of the main reasons for poor vehicle performance is a dirty fuel system. It can cause decreased fuel economy and actually do harm to your engine over time. By adding Lucas Fuel Treatment to your vehicle, it cleans and lubricates the entire fuel system. Pump, carburetors, fuel injectors, and valves as you drive. It also improves your vehicle's performance. It's a non-solvent product designed to protect both gasoline and diesel engines. Lucas Fuel Treatment. It works.
Steel-It polyurethane coating has become the choice of leading off-road builders and race teams who recognize the coating's superior performance, protecting suspensions, chassis, and other metal parts that require a proven durable shield against corrosion. Steel-It's weldability is a signature benefit that saves racing teams hours of repair time. Steel-It provides remarkable performance, making it easier to get back out onto the race course. Use Steel-It to protect your investment.
Crandon Ken, and we still have our guests up here, Kurt LeDuc, and we got Cliff with us, Cliff Flannery, and getting ready to wrap things up. Cliff, let me start with you real fast. The facility looks spectacular, and I can see the differences from last year to this year. As you look at the facility going into next season, what do you hope to do?
Well, I'd really like to build a new tech building back there. The way ours is situated, we're coming out in the crowd, and we'd like to build a new one and get that headed in the right direction and put up a few more, probably a few more campsites. We're at 2,100, and I think we're we're maxed out now. But even the biggest thing is try to take care of a little bit more of the drivers, make things a little bit easier for tech crew. And I just put in a big wash station this year, a big slab, and I'd like to put a roof over it, and stuff like that. But there's always stuff that pops up a little bit, but the big major thing, I think, is build a nice big tech building. And we really like to get in the ice racing, one ice race, a big ice race on our track. And I think that'll happen in the next year or two. So Well, I want to try something different, and I'd like to, not that wintertime is easy to do stuff. I like ice fishing. I don't mind taking my summer away, but you ain't going to take much ice fishing from me. So it would be a one day or 2 day race, and that's it for me.
That's great stuff. We'll wrap things up here. Hey, Kurt, for the fans that don't know you, legendary here, short course off-road racing, desert racing, Dakar, anything behind the wheel of one of these things you've been successful at. You're now in retirement years. What's the future for Kurt LeDuc? How involved are you in the programs out here with your sons and grandsons?
Well, I just really enjoy it and try to teach them about how to prep and how to put red Loctite on and what's the difference between red and blue Loctite. And, at Antigo, he bent the shaft, and we had to go around and borrow a shaft for his cart, and I made him go with me, and I said, okay, now you owe this guy a favor. And he's like, what's a favor? And so that's where it starts, whether I did it with my kids or with my grandkids. And I see it amongst all these families that are here is getting the family involved and seeing the future in that. The dollars and cents of the sport don't make sense, but the family involvement and the pride that you take in your cars that you see here in the parade, that come into town, to having a nicer camper than you had in the past, and treating your family to a nice dinner. That's what brings people to Crandon, will always bring people to Crandon. And if you canceled this race, I guarantee you that field would be filled with people coming. But we still want to see race cars.
Awesome stuff. Thanks a lot, guys. We appreciate you taking the time to sit with us. Kurt LeDuc, Cliff Flannery, and right now it is young Mickey Thomas who qualified on the pole, and he's standing with the talented Tiffany Stone. Tiffany?
Welcome back, everybody. Hanging down with Mickey Thomas right now. Mickey, obviously the parade is just getting started. This is your 4th time here. Walk us through how you're feeling so far.
Yeah, it's my 4th year here at Crandon for the Labor Day weekend. Usually we have bad luck, but this past Crandon we had our first win. So I'm feeling pretty good about our chances this weekend. We qualified on pole, feeling great. Looking forward to it. The weather's a little crummy right now, but everybody's still out here having a great time, so I'm looking forward to it.
Well, even talking about the weather being a little crummy, obviously that helps the track. It keeps the dust down. But let's forget about the crummy weather. Let's talk about your favorite memory. What's your favorite memory? It's either the parade, the track, at the pits. What do you enjoy the most about Crandon?
Yeah, it's such a great time out here, with the parade and all the people. I got to say my favorite memory is probably last Crandon here. I got my first win. It was a mud race, and with the rain coming in tomorrow, we may be in a good position again, but it's always a great time. We love coming out to this race. This is a racetrack that you win here, you win the championship, and it can turn your whole season around. So just looking forward to what we can do tomorrow.
Well, we've always chatted with some people and throughout the weekend, and we've talked about the Red Bull race and, of course, the World Championship with that cup. It's back-to-back, all on Sunday. You put it out all on the line. Ryan Beat said he's a little selfish. He wants to win both. What's more important to you?
To be honest with you, I think the cup race is what everybody's kind of gunning for. Throwing candy on us. Yeah. But yeah, I think the cup race is the one everybody's gunning for. It's the big money payout. All the Pro 2 guys, we got a lot of Pro 2s in the field, so I actually think that the Pro 4 guys are going to have a really hard time getting through the traffic. It's going to play to the Pro 2's favor. So if we can get out front and put some good laps down, we got a really good shot at it. So that's the one I'm gunning for sure.
And talking about that, the Pro 2s are out first, obviously sitting on the starting line, waiting for that land rush start. Really, in one word, how does that really, what do you feel like? Because, we're sitting here, when we're doing live stuff, I'm like, oh, this is probably what they feel like. What's a word for you?
Yeah, honestly, there's nothing like it in the world. Going into turn 1 wide open with 30 other trucks side by side with you, there's truly nothing more frightening and exciting and fun at the same time. It's something that, is such a kind of a landmark of our sport, that land rush start at Crandon. We just hope we have the truck set up for that whole shot, because that means a lot for this races.
And that's exactly what I was going to ask. The whole shot, how important is that? Do you think whomever takes that whole shot has a 90% or 100% chance of winning that cup?
Yeah, I'd put it probably a 75% chance. It's a tough track to pass on because it's fast with sweeping corners, so it can be tough to get around, but there's definitely areas to pass. So I wouldn't say, it's 90 or 100% chance of not winning without pulling the whole shot, but it definitely helps your chances.
Well, I know that there is a very special lady in your life, and that is your wife, and it's her birthday weekend. And you said, you know, honey, I'm going to get you a cup. Obviously, it's a team effort. How important is it to have your wife here with you at all the events and all the races?
Yeah, you know, her birthday's September 1st, so every year we're pretty much here at Crandon celebrating her birthday. You know what? She's such a good sport. She loves what we do. She supports me 100%. So, you know, I'm so happy to have her with me here, and hopefully we can go out there and get her a cup for her birthday.
Awesome. Well, Mickey, thank you so much for taking the time. We're going to let you check out the parade. Lots of things are happening. Back up to you guys.
There we go. Ken, you're going to have to do this segment because
you're eating Sour Patch.
Well, Travis
Kids?
Pastrana just threw me Sour Patch Kids, and I'm eating them.
He barely made it to the stage. It was a little disappointing there, Travis.
He's outstanding at a lot of things, but throwing. Throwing is not TP's bag. Yeah.
The parade is off and running.
It is. And if you're a youngster, that means it's like Halloween all over again. Maybe better than Halloween as far as the amount of candy you're about to get.
Because you don't have to work for it. You just stand there and they throw it.
You get showered with it. And this next vehicle, if this goes right, you and I should just take this tape and try to get on the Rose Bowl or Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade next.
I'm all in.
We could talk about flying animals.
We could figure it out. Balloons.
Balloon animals. We could talk about balloon animals. So this next vehicle is one that you're only going to see here in Wisconsin.
This is true, yes. The Packer fans are thick here, for sure. Do not dare mention those Indianapolis Colts or any of their rivalries. Things will get serious quick. Good-looking Polaris, by the way, on tracks. Of course, you'll only see that up here in the North Woods.
Yeah, the whole thing is just only here in Wisconsin, right? Everything about it. These Sour Patch Kids, by the way, are good.
Is that Fred Flintstone mobile cruising up through here?
I'm sure it's coming. It's here every year with the wooden wheels and all that.
It's awesome.
It really is something.
Love that thing.
Smile for Mitch. Mitch is getting his first experience here at Crandon. How's it going, Mitch?
He's just proven to you that he's working.
No, he's faking
if I
it.
stand here and actually shoot stuff in front of him.
It's the only thing he shot in the last half an hour. Yeah, Mitch is here with us from Speed Sport, and we're going to have a whole bunch of content. Stay with us at speedsport.com and all of our different social media pages for a lot of content from Crandon, and we're going to have the live stream of all the events on Sunday on speedsport.tv. It's all free, so make sure you tune in for that.
So race cars have lined the road here, every direction you can see. Everybody is wrapped around the race cars.
Look at the crowd.
And the parade cruising down through the center of Main Street. I mean, it's just incredible. It's such a great feeling. And that is the Crandon Fire Department in full display. Talk about the heroes, the first responders.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Man, everything that these guys and gals do to keep us safe and in the worst of times. We certainly appreciate everything that they do.
And of course, volunteers a big part of that, and they're taking donations here today. A couple of our young first responders out front, so if you feel like it, we strongly encourage you to give what you can.
show up.
I swear Indianapolis could run golf carts around. We are back here at Crandon and joined now by Marty Fioca, who is, for all intents and purposes, Cliff pointed out, the promoter here at Crandon. And Marty, this parade is spectacular, and it's something that we were just chatting about. It's so Americana, and it's so perfect. And this is what makes our country so great, when you can have a day like this here at Crandon, our Lucas Oil Labor Day Parade, presented by Polaris, and get everybody together and enjoy this. Hey, Joe, what are you doing over there?
Joe Parsons out there having a good time.
Yeah.
Shooting a little videos, taking
And
some
look
pictures.
at this! Look at this thing coming by in front of us here. Now, I don't live up here in the North Woods, so I'm not going to pretend I understand how it works. But I understand it's something that's used in the woods. What are we looking at here?
Yeah, this is one of our track sponsors. It's actually a company named Ponzi. They make some of the finest logging equipment in the world. And you should see these things operate. They literally go into like a forest, pull out a tree, like lift up the whole thing, rotate it, cut all the branches off, and they stack it in something like behind us. I don't know the proper name of it. But these guys are great. In fact, the gentleman driving the second one, a guy named Pekka. Pekka is the president of North America of Ponzi. And obviously this is logging country up here, you know. And you said it, man. It's like, you know, it's sometimes, you know, I'm not from Crandon either. I'm from Southern California. But you come up here and you remember why this country is so great. And it's Labor Day. It's Crandon. It's just like I'd say, it's Indianapolis. It's Memorial Day. It's, you know, it's granted, it's not the same size, but has the same feeling to me anyway.
Incredible stuff. Yeah, we mentioned before, even last year during the pandemic, people just showed up. You know, Kurt was just talking about it. Even if they had no race vehicles, he thinks people would show up. They proved it, you know, a year ago. The feel that is here is just second to none. And Ralph mentioned it before. This is America. I mean, this is small town USA, but the Patriots, this is what makes our country great.
And of course, that horn goes with the General Lee.
For sure.
Only this is more of a monster truck version. Big old Dodge Power Wagon. Well, you guys, and those guys got some
closer.
Throwing cheese.
See, it's Wisconsin.
Now it's Wisconsin, all right.
Closer
We
to
got
Pastrana.
cheese on the. Oh yeah. Hey, Keegan, you're pretty good at that. Look at this.
Oh, I thought you had it.
I thought I had it too.
I
Lame,
love it.
man, lame. Thanks, Keegan. Keegan was an athlete. Apparently I wasn't.
Yeah.
By the way, all those accolades that Cliff Flannery gave
got
you, he
cheese.
told
We
us to
got
tell
some
you
over
that
here.
that's your raise.
I didn't always.
That was it. That's your raise. He just gave you some good accolades. And you're
But it would really be good if they could throw cheese curds.
That's true. Oh, that's true.
That would really.
I didn't hear what Cliff had to say. It's been a long now relationship. Been here since 2014, and it's my second home now. But you know, like I said, I just I'm so proud to help carry on the tradition those guys started. I'm just a small piece of it, and you know, kind of polished the diamond a little bit the last couple of years. You know, we're fortunate bringing people like Red Bull and Polaris and you know, Yokohama and on and on and on with our sponsors that have really helped us, and it just grows every year. But you know, it's just a special place and it's a special event, and it's a lot of fun to just concentrate on that. Like I said, I feel like I'm the steward of this a little bit, and you know, I have a huge passion for it. I love it. I love the people here. I love the whole spectrum of it. You know, I've raced a lot. I've raced the Baja 1000 15 times. I've been all over off-road racing, but this place was always special, you know, and I just, I get a little emotional about thinking about it, but, you know, seeing these people come back and bringing in things like the Ultra 4s and building a track for them and not going, we're going to go night racing with them. And, you know, I'm a Volkswagen race guy from the very youngest days. I'm bringing the Class 11s here.
Thank you for bringing those.
You're welcome.
That is so great.
I said my background is all VW air cool. I had Baja bugs and California bugs when I was growing up. But the thing that's cool about them, I watched them at the King of the Hammers, and they put on a great show. And, you know, I don't know, there's something about that makes, my wife sees a lineup of 18 of them yesterday. They're lined up next to the door to door, and she just smiles and laughs. She goes, those are the coolest things. People here were like, actually online, not really sure, like, why are you bringing stock Volkswagens to Crandon? Well, but the crowd reaction is all that really matters.
Now you know why.
Yeah. Hey, look, if Mickey Thompson were still alive, he'd be bringing him to Crandon too.
Sure. And they are, I got to tell you, there's more people stopping to look at those here on Main Street than just about
It's one of
any
the
other
original
vehicle.
race vehicles. I mean, one of the original desert vehicles. It really is.
Well, they were here right from the first. There's pictures of it says Brush Run 101. I think it was the very first race, and there's 2 Volkswagen sedans sitting there. They had their fenders trimmed off. These are more stock looking, but yeah, it started it, and we haven't had them back. But like I said, it's wonderful to bring 18 of them here, and they're all pretty much from the West Coast. A couple from Baja, Mexico, even some of those. And but now I hear rumors that there are guys around here building them for next year. So we'll see.
Well, and there's a lot of talk about them being brought out here on a big tractor trailer, and the attention that they garnered going across country every time they stopped to get fuel and stuff for the truck that was bringing them out here. Just people gawking
That's
at
amazing.
these bugs that, you know, obviously wild paint jobs and the numbers. They knew they were racing somewhere, but
it was an open transporter.
Yeah.
So they literally were just out, and you can imagine, you know, these people tooling down the highway in Kansas or somewhere, Iowa.
Right.
They see a Volkswagen once every 6 months, and there's like 7 of them on a transporter, and it's got a lot of social media attention, that's for sure.
Marty, we talked with Cliff about this a little bit. Just in the gap from last year to this year, you guys have done a remarkable job of upgrading the facility at Crandon International Raceway. What's coming in the future?
Well, we talked a little bit about that last night. I think that where we need to go now is to actually, instead of looking so much forward, which we have, it's been a couple weird years, right? We've kind of gone through the 50th anniversary and the Kid Rock concert, which was a big change for us. Last year with COVID, next year, this year we've added, the Ultra 4s, Class 11s in a big way. But I think what we're going to do next year, and we really need to take the heritage and history and actually bring it alive. These guys are having a great time. But what we announced last night is that next year, in 2022, we are actually going to have the very first short course historic reunion. So, we know that Nora brought out a lot of desert cars, and now we're at Crandon are going to bring out a lot of short course cars that never really been seen or running. And we're going to have a reunion. We're going to have a couple demonstration races and just bring some history back.
I heard Kurt Leduc bring that up this morning. We were chatting with him, and he thought it'd be a great idea. And how cool would it be to bring some of those legendary drivers back out?
Yeah, we have, there's guys who, it's the same thing. Before there was historic racing like in Monterey, those old race cars, those old Porsches, Ferraris, they were just sitting around because there was nothing to do with them. And then you saw what that brought. And then same with, even our race team, our BFG race team out at Nora, we found our old race car and we restored it, and we're racing it every year, plus other vintage cars, because that's what we love to do. Well, now here you've got old Mickey Thompson, Toyotas and Fords and, the old stadium trucks, and there's tons of race cars around Crandon. They've got bushes on them, but they're stuck. We have one in the back 42, but just to bring those out and some of those drivers out and let's have a good time again, I think it'd be awesome.
Ken's hoping that you could plant a couple of palm trees around his camping spot for next season.
That would be sweet. Yeah, for sure. Maybe a little waterfall action.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you guys are committing coming back, so that's one less job I've got to do next year. You guys are already signed up.
If it's Labor Day, where else are we going to be?
That's it. No.
It's great. By the way, for those of you who aren't familiar with Marty Fiocca sitting up here with us, as Cliff talked about hiring him as a promoter here, journalist, as you've talked about, you've been in this industry. You and I actually shared a race car, Art Schmidt's backup truck, or one of his extra trucks back in 2005, I think it was.
Yep.
And so you've driven, as you mentioned before, in the desert. You've driven a short course, a lot of journalism all along the way, promoter. I mean, heavily involved in this your entire life.
Yeah, I'm very, very fortunate. I just have this path that's a little. I don't have this linear life path. I have just been able to run magazines and produce movies like Dust to Glory, and then found our Wide Open Baja. All these kind of great things. Written some books. All kinds of things. But just very, very lucky. I don't really know. I think it's just a love of it, and a love of it's the core thing. It's like this. It's like desert racing. Desert racing is like the last frontier for like cowboys to me.
Yeah.
There's something really ethically pure about it. I mean, I don't want us to get too deep, but Crandon's like ethically kind of pure. This is a pure thing. We didn't organically, this is all organic. Nobody dreamt this up. Now, granted, we've done some fun things with it, but the core of what it is, just like Indy, just like Le Mans, all that stuff, it's like there's a core thing. So I've been very fortunate to kind of relate to that thing in desert racing too, and then being able to, like I said, be one of the founders of Wide Open Baja and share like high performance off-road racing in Baja with thousands of people and bringing corporate people. It's been a very fun life. But this is a great exclamation point. I'm not retiring yet, but it's a good place to be for me right now. I'll tell you that.
You can't make Crandon happen. It just does.
Yep, absolutely. Oh no, but you know what's great this year is seeing so many corporate people here, and I mean that in a good way. It's Labor Day, and you got to want to get to Crandon. Crandon's not like on, it's not just a hop, skip, and jump away from anywhere.
No, I can promise you that.
Yeah, exactly. So the good part is the just the ability to sit and see these people have a great time, finally enjoy it. Hey, we're going to make the trip this year, Labor Day, and you see them smile and go, oh my God, how do we ever miss this? That's one of the side benefits of this occupation too.
By the way, great to see the Toyota out here. Johnny Greaves, a side-by-side series, which is a great feeder to come up and compete at the level that we're at now. But Monster all over the side of it. But how about Toyota and Monster's involvement, Red Bull's involvement? I mean, all of these sponsors that have been involved in this industry for so many years. I mean, it speaks volumes about how cool it is, to be out here.
Yeah, I love the fact that Toyota's here. And we actually have even in our midway this year, we found for the first time have Chevrolet here and Ford here together. Ford has a huge booth here. We have 9 or 10 tire companies here represented this weekend. It's great. I think that the unification that kind of happened now that we're seeing with, it really gets back to this, as if you don't have the great athletes, if you don't have the best athletes, it's just really not the same thing. And every time IRL kart split, sports car racing split, whenever you do that, it dilutes both sides. And I'm a firm believer that we've kind of got this now gelled and back together. And just, we're just at a good space right now. I mean, who would have thought? There were a couple of years ago, Ken, we were literally lucky to have 5 Pro 4s or 4. Now there's 17 here.
It's awesome.
Pro 2 is the same thing. So it's definitely makes it a lot of fun.
It really is. And now our friends from Northern Chill here bringing out, tons. Have you noticed how Keegan Kincaid needs to put a bed in the back of his Pro 4? He is stocking up on all kinds of stuff. He's got a whole case of Northern Chill water over here now. He's been gathering up candy and cheese. He's got everything.
Yeah, this is a great story. These guys are actually based here or
Northern Chill.
Down in Antigo. It's a water company. Really, as a branding marketing guy, it's great to see how we're doing with these guys. It's fun to have them here.
I'd like to try one, but Keegan grabbed them all.
They're yelling at us, by the way. They want to go to commercial break here.
They want to break?
We're gonna pause for a brief moment, go to commercial break, and I think Tiffany's with somebody cool as well. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yep, we're ready. Ready? Hanging down here with Michelle Huseman. Michelle, thank you so much for joining us. Obviously, I've never had the pleasure of meeting Rick, but thank you for being here. Obviously, everybody would love for him to be here right now. What does it mean for you to be here with this helmet, with this truck, and of course, in all of these fans right now in downtown Crandon?
I'm so happy to be here. I knew after he passed that I would want to come back and bring his truck and share it with everyone here that loves him. So it really means a lot to me, and I'm actually still in shock a little bit because we actually made it back here, because that was a long trip, 2,000 miles, 4 days on the road, and I couldn't have done this without my fiance, John. He was the one that took the truck and prepped it and built the trailer to put the truck would fit into, and he drove it back here. So I'm really grateful to him for that. So we brought his helmet out, one of the helmets that he used to race with. We also have his driving suit out too. We brought the driving suit out. So this is like when I see this is when I get pretty emotional. But I'm just happy that I get to be here and share this with everybody. So, yeah.
Well, I know that you have to have a fond memory through the many times of being here, especially between you and Rick. What is one of the most fondest memories that you guys have created here in Crandon? And obviously 10 years later, coming back here, creating memories, bringing this truck.
I think mostly I remember the road trips, just being on the road. We used to drive out. We never stopped. So we had our semi and we would drive 35 hours one way and not stop, not even for meals. We'd stop, I think, twice for gas and that's it. Just long road trips, and this parade is always a lot of fun. So that's probably what stands out the most.
And one last thing, if Rick was here, what is something do you think that he would want you to say or want to say to all the fans that have come down here to have another Crandon parade here on Labor Day, and of course going for that cup race this weekend?
Honestly, I think he would just say thank you. Thank you so much for all the love and all the support. We love you guys, and this is all about you. It's all about the fans. That's why I have this truck here, because we love the fans and we love this sport. It's the best sport out there. So.
Well, Michelle, thank you guys so much for taking the time, of course, bringing this truck. I know it's got to bring back a lot of memories, especially for the Greaves, like you were saying. Johnny came over and said that. So thank you for that. Back up to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you. Is that okay?
Well, the parade is continuing here on Main Street. Looks like they're throwing out little footballs now, Marty.
You know, anything to throw anything, I guess. You saw how much fun, but you did see how much fun that Travis Pastrana and Tanner Faust were having, and Andrew Carlson.
Travis barely got the Sour Patch Kids up onto the stage.
But he made it, though.
Yeah. Look at Keegan. Now, Keegan, what are you getting for now? What are you going after now? Whatever it is. He wants whatever it is. See if you can catch.
Deep.
Yeah, let's see your end zone dance. Yeah, there you go. I wonder if you can get one of those up here. What do you think?
I don't know. How's your arm, how are your fingers? How are the hands?
My hands are good.
I need some Fred Bolitnikoff stickum is what I need right now.
You're aging yourself.
I am. But it's okay. Oakland Raider fan. What can I say?
There you go. I thank you for saying Oakland and not Vegas.
I can't.
Hey, over here. Hey.
All right, come on. Can you make it?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if you got it.
Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that.
Nice.
Yeah, that's going home. That's going home. That'll be in North Carolina come Monday.
That's it.
Love it.
And then this is a great story, too. So this is a company called Hometown Trolleys, and they are actually built here in Crandon, Wisconsin.
Really?
And in my hometown there in San Juan Capistrano and San Clemente, we actually have Hometown Trolleys running up and down the coast.
Which came from Crandon.
Isn't
that amazing?
Amazing. Yeah, these are great. I think these are actually really cool.
They are very cool. And they could be used for a wide variety of different things, shuttling people around town.
Yeah, like I said, we have them running up and down the coast of Laguna, through Laguna Beach and Newport and back all summer long. So we get this little taste of Crandon when I'm at home.
Yeah,
but
brings a smile to your face, right?
Yeah, it's amazing. This little town of 1,900 people that this company exists here. And
built on a bus chassis?
Yes, absolutely. Oh, look, Ken Stott's back. Thank God.
And he didn't bring anything. When you left, we thought you were coming back with stuff. Meanwhile, we're catching footballs over here, Ken.
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you right there, bud.
Yeah. Jeez. Plenty of that.
I won't even go there with that.
Yeah, that could go in a wrong direction quick.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Boy, we got more Hometown Trolleys coming through, various shapes and sizes. These are really cool. That bell makes me feel like I'm in San Francisco.
It does. That's right. Isn't that your hometown?
That Niner guy.
Yeah. Oh,
yeah,
see,
there you go.
I grew up in the Bay Area too, but definitely not
side.
a Niner guy. Yeah. No, I actually grew up on the Pacific side, but
still like the silver and black.
Well, I went to my first typical thing. I went to my first couple of games when I was a kid. My dad took me to 49er games, and they were cool. And then I went to one of those insane last-minute Raider games,
right,
where the stadiums were actually shaking and the people were maniacs.
Ken Stabler's.
Oh yeah. Well, even before that, I'm aging myself now.
Daryl LaMonica.
Yeah, but yeah, exactly. George Blanda.
George Blanda kicking and throwing.
Well, true, but I remember the passion those people had, and it was great because it was this big mixing pot of all kinds of hierarchy of people and blue collar and white collar. It was just great. So. Uh-oh. Not sure what's going on over here, but it looks fun.
Yes. Well, we're spraying a lot of stuff.
That'll be the one thing that reaches us.
I hate to say, I think it may be that may be a guy. I'm just gonna guess.
Yeah.
That's a hot mess, is what that is.
Yeah.
It is. Somebody was a genius though in figuring out a way to have a water pump up there.
Not really sure what that's all about. Well, he's having fun. Oh, finally Keegan runs away. Can't say I blame him.
Lost his hose.
Yeah.
Hate it when I lose my hose.
Well, they're having fun. That's what the parade's all about here.
Yeah, I love the fact that we have it's towing some canoes. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Jurassic Park is going downhill. Is that part of that? I think you're right.
They've turned them loose.
I think that's in the newest thing for the slip and slide right there. We got the
Venturing
old
out of
canoes.
Jurassic Park.
We try to live that reputation down a little bit, but who knows?
Well, you can't have Crandon without high horsepower, and it looks like some of that high horsepower getting ready for some mud bogging.
Looks like Bubba's mug, but that was a perfect name right there. Bubba.
I'm thinking all the money in that GMC is in the engine bay.
I think so.
Certainly isn't in the paint.
Well, now, Ken, in the vintage world, that's called patina.
It has patina.
Has patina.
Talk about the most overused word in the industry these days.
Patina's money, baby.
A lot of money in that one, though. I mean, honestly, all the suspension underneath there, wheels and tires, they're not giving any of that away. Bunch of big, strong parts in there. And a trailer hitch.
And a trailer hitch. Well,
take your butt.
Somebody's got to get you out.
An upside down trailer hitch from what I can see here.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah.
Future Supercross stars coming through here.
How about that?
Maybe some champions down the road of the Lucas Oil Pro Motocross title.
And what another great way to spend family time,
Yep.
Sons and daughters out.
Yeah. Well, that sounds good. I bet that smells pretty good over there, too.
Apparently somebody is this next
Wake it up.
There we go.
He's ready.
I love it.
Now, I love this because somebody apparently likes our wrap job.
Yeah.
Because this is our pace truck done someone Crandon style here.
Okay.
The original wrap.
Oh, yeah, we just literally had a that is the original wrap.
That's the original wrap right there.
That's a re-wrap of our wrap. Wow, look at that. How do I not like that?
I think the business to be in is the candy business the week before Crandon.
There you go.
I think you're right.
That's pretty cool, man. I love
52 in balloons.
Love the balloons.
Yeah, 52.
Yeah. You got all the logos on there too, including all our new logo. Wow, look at that.
Well, we're going to take a break from over here and throw it down to Tiffany, who's down on the street somewhere. Tiffany, where you at and who you talking with?
Hanging down here with Corey Winter. Corey, you've been having an amazing season this year so far. I found a squirt gun, and I heard that you and CJ Greaves are squirting each other from across the way. But that is the fun that we're having here at the parade right now. So talk us about, what is your most fondest memory here down at the parade in downtown Crandon?
Yeah, it's just so exciting to come down here, and, this weekend's so big, and, we get here. Oh, no!
I think I started something that I could not finish, and thank you, CJ Greaves.
Yeah. Yeah, we get the festivities started. Thursday, we practice, get some track time, and then we just have got a full day, and then part of the day tomorrow just to kind of relax and have some fun and get to give back to some of the fans around here. And, this town just grows 1,900 people to 50,000 in a couple days, so it's nuts. So, I just love coming here and having some fun with everybody and enjoying the moment.
Well, I know that obviously the big race this weekend, we keep talking about it, the Red Bull Cup. Obviously, it's a Pro 2 versus a Pro 4 race. Pro 2s are going out there first. And honestly, CJ said, if I was a betting man, I say a Pro 2 would win this year. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I know. I was just thinking about that yesterday. And if every truck raced the Cup race, I think there'd be 37 trucks. So that's 18 or so Pro 4s that have to make it through 20 Pro 2s. And you only got about 10 laps to do it. So, yeah, I'm kind of with him. And I heard Ryan B kind of say that earlier, too. So hopefully we can make that stick. I'm not too sure when the last time a Pro 2 won the Cup race, but I think this year there might be a pretty good chance.
Well, I know that the parade's coming through. I mean, look at this. We have Flannery Brothers Trucking right here. Tons of things. I see an ice cream cone down there. Is that a Yeti or is that a Sasquatch? I don't know what's happening. And a shark. Tons of things are happening down here, Corey. In one word, I always ask everybody how they feel about winning a race, but in one word, how do you feel about this parade right now?
Madness. just madness.
Just madness. And also, CJ Greaves, I know you can hear this. I'm coming back for you with some vengeance. I got some other squirt guns, so be prepared. Yeah. Back up to you guys. Awesome.
How about would that be an orangutan, I guess? Yes?
It's
with
Bigfoot.
A shark?
Sasquatch, Bigfoot.
Bigfoot? Okay. Sasquatch. I love it. And a party bus.
So not every time you see Sasquatch, every day you see Sasquatch riding a great white shark.
No, that's a first. That is a first.
Here comes a tailgate bus.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to go tailgating, long horns on the front of that one.
You go with the Sasquatch. I'm getting on this one.
Yeah, this is the party bus right here.
I think I'll join this group here. It looks like a little bit more my style.
That thing looks awesome.
Hey, I'm not sure what's going on up in there, but it looks like a good time had by all.
Yeah, they're having a good time. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Shuttle service.
Friday in Crandon.
The Raging Bull, Double J shuttle service.
Yeah.
If that bus is a rockin'.
Yeah. Get out of the way.
And it is. That's pretty good right there, man. I mean, when it comes to rocking a bus, I don't think I've seen it done any better than that.
No, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure what the suspension's like on that thing, but we're about to find out.
That's synchronized rocking inside, I can tell you that. That's teamwork. Good stuff.
More of our great first responders coming through. Good to see you.
Yep, thanks again to all they do.
Here come the race cars.
Oh,
and I think our favorites
with the Class
of the
11 cars, yeah.
Yeah.
That day glow orange.
I like the Gulf painted one back behind it.
Oh, how about that? The long lost stepbrother of the Porsche.
Yeah. Yeah.
Snapped that right out of the air.
Did you see that too?
That was pretty good.
Yeah, he is.
Cat-like.
We saw that.
Cat-like reflexes.
See if his reflex is that good when the green flag drops.
Airbag equipped.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Crandon saloon truck. Cutting in the action here.
Well, I think this is the truck that's going to lead everybody back to the track. Is that what they're doing? Maybe. Maybe not.
I'll go with that. I mean, it sounds good. Got
It's as good as any idea, right?
He's got the caution lights on top. Pace truck. Yeah, take a look at these things, man. How cool is that? Nice. Looks really, really.
It sure does.
Exciting. It'll be a lot of fun to watch those guys all get out there on the track. There's a pile of them too, man.
Oh, yeah.
It ought to be a good race.
And they were getting some air over the jumps. I'm going to bet as a group, these guys have never had a bad day.
Yeah.
You know, you get that feeling? I mean, wherever you go to race this stuff, it's just got to be fun, right?
It's got to be fun. I mean, it's a group of fun-loving people for sure. I mean, let's all get together. Let's build some cool race cars. Yeah, they're not going to be the fastest thing on the planet, but we're going to have a blast.
We're going to have a good time. Boy, finding one to build a race car out of nowadays has got to be getting a little tougher, huh?
Yeah, I would think they are hard to find.
They used to be sitting everywhere. People couldn't give them away, and now you'd have a hard time getting one.
It's like
not exactly a rumble seat, but I like the idea.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Team Demolition Derby cars. They look for all those big old Cadillacs and Oldsmobiles, man. They're dwindling away. They're running out of them. There you go.
I mean, everybody I see involved with it is just smiling.
They're having a blast. There's the pit crew drinking a beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many came, but I think in excess of 20 of these things will be out there doing battle on the track a little bit later on this weekend. Love the ground clearance and, you know, all the modifications that they made to these things to make sure that they're durable enough to go out there around the off-road course.
What a great time.
Old VW bus, you know, some of those, what do they call them, 23 windows?
23 windows. Those are six figures.
Yeah, those things are a ton of money. Yeah, they've really gone up. As Cole Mamer brings, I don't know if that's Cole in the truck or not, Cole Mamer, the 35 Pro Light truck. Certainly one of the standouts inside of the class, very fast. Always a threat to win. Did grab a win earlier this year, in fact.
Yeah, we're going to start getting everybody making their way back out to the racetrack. Here is our Lucas Oil Labor Day Parade presented by Polaris. Starts to wrap up here on Main Street. Looks like one of our Ultra 4 rigs coming through.
I'm really excited to watch those guys go. Seen a little bit of video here and there. And I hear the rock garden, for those of you who have not been out to the racetrack, they built rock gardens for these guys to compete on, so should be a lot of fun to watch them.
Good to see you, old boy.
Howdy, sir. Good to see you too, man. Yeah, I'll be here through Sunday.
We got to get around that tent after hours.
Oh, yeah, I'm in.
Thanks for everything.
Yeah, but we're not on.
Okay, cool.
There we go. Oh, there we go. Well, Ken, we're pretty much wrapping up the day here on Main Street. Did you have a good morning on a Friday here?
Dude, what a blast, right? I mean, it just feels really good. It's like everything's right in the world. Beautiful parade here on a Friday morning. All the competitors are pulling out now. They'll head back over to the track. And they're going to start racing here in a couple of hours. Drivers meeting, and then the sportsman guys start racing here today.
And that's where you and I are headed next, right? We're going out to the track?
We'll head to the track and
have some fun.
Indulge
Jurassic
in
Park.
a beverage and watch some good racing.
Slip and slide?
Yeah, I might watch the slip and slide.
Well, everybody for Ken Stout, I'm Ralph Shaheen.
Slip and slide, they better have some big pillows at the bottom.
Right. Well, for Ken Stout, I'm Ralph Shaheen. Thanks for joining us here today at the Lucas Oil Labor Day Parade presented by Polaris. Don't forget, stay tuned to everything on Speed Sport as we've got all the live streaming for you for free over the weekend at speedsport.tv. Okay, everybody, have a great Labor Day. See ya.